moving on to the Raiders. What's your expectation level for the Vegas Raiders this year, Charles?
Man, the quarterback situation is one where, you have the quarterback battle, and Minshew is the guy who's going to be the guy at the helm for the Raiders. So I feel like, like most teams, man, you got to get the most out of that position. And so I'm hoping that he can go out there and be consistent, from start to finish if he's the guy the whole season. Lean on the running game, of course. Get the ball to your playmakers like Devontae Adams. We got the young kid, of course, out of Georgia, the tight end, who I think is going to be a big weapon for us, and also Mayer, the tight end last year. So being able to run some 2 tight end sets. So this offense, I'm hoping to get going. But for me, the defense with Max Crosby, I think is a guy, that's going to have to, they got to set the tone. I think the defense has to set the tone. So for me, I think for every team, you got to see how it looks early on, just to kind of see, how it's going to play out. So I'm looking for big things. Of course, I'm hoping for big things. But, things for the Raiders, man, you know how it is, man. It's been a rough go for us over the years. So I'm hoping we can bring back a little bit of that swagger that we ended the season with last year.
Well, Antonio Pierce, it's wild that what got him the gig, the way they finished, beating Kansas City in Arrowhead on Christmas Day, the last team to beat Kansas City as of this conversation, also caused them to fall a little bit too far in the draft to get a quarterback. I guess it's a little bit of good and bad. I love the addition of Christian Wilkins to that defensive line, and him and Max Crosby can do some serious damage. But are you have any contact with Coach Pierce? Talk to him and figure out what his philosophy is going to be as an HC full time now, Charles?
Well, first, I don't know if I'm happy about the win at the end of the season against the Chiefs, because let them tell it. That's kind of the thing that woke them up late in the season, and then they went on, to win the Super Bowl again. But with Antonio Pierce, I think what he brings to the table, is a guy that kind of was groomed in that Raiders tough, physical tradition, that is the old Raiders. He grew up watching this team, and he knows the players that were a part of the team, and he grew up understanding what it meant to be a Raider and what it meant to what it meant to wear the silver and black. And so I think that he brings that tough-minded, physical, hard-nosed mentality to the rest of the team, and I think all of those guys pick up on it. If you're around, Antonio Pierce, he's a no-nonsense type of guy, but also a guy who's been in the locker room, so he understands the game, understands the needs of the players. So he's gonna be on those guys tough. He's gonna coach them hard, but then also understands, the toll that the game takes on you as a player, and being able to understand what those guys need at the right times throughout the season. So I think he'll have the right approach. I think he's got the right approach right now. He had a tough decision to make. Do you go with a young quarterback, that you drafted, or do you go with Gardner Minshew? So, you know that he's willing to go out there and make the tough decisions as a coach. But I just think that, his intensity and the way that he's going to coach these guys, man, will get the best out of them.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.